For centuries, Quelmar enjoyed peace. Peace without Tiamat. But prophecies foretold a day that would return the realm to war. And now, we once again live against the dragons. 6 months ago, an assault upon the crucible city of Cynera made one thing very clear. Dragons are back to wreak havoc on the lands of Eisenhound. The machinations of dragons led many an adventurer into the fray against these beasts and their minions. For months, our heroes went up against dragons like the Green Stag, Harkiel the Red, the Topaz Prelnirith, Azuspir, and Sro, the largest dragon of them all, a silver great worm who was dedicated to teaching heroes how to fight the worst of his kind. For the last 3 months, things have gone a bit quieter. As the realm fought back, the dragons receded, becoming elusive and working from hidden corners of the land. And as the heroes continued to hunt dragons, another intriguing call for help caught their attention. The city of Gamelgard in the Dwarven Order of the Watchful Eye called upon adventurers to investigate the foothills of the northern snowy mountains, looking for hidden entrances to a lost Dwarven citadel. The expeditions into the mountains yielded much information. The area was full of greedy green goblins that had been altered and mutated. They had large heads with massive jaws that contained rows of razor-sharp teeth dripping with poisonous saliva. The goblins, when encountered, fought with zeal and an almost supernatural level of power. Captured goblins were questioned by the adventurers. They claimed unwavering allegiance to a green dragon they referred to as the Long Fang. They served his command and were directed to create a new lair for him in those mountains. For this, they would be rewarded and improved. At the same time that Gamelgard was dealing with the mutated goblin issue, the river city of Seglok called for help on another important issue. 2 months ago, a strange species of draconic beast, Dracoths, attacked a village not far from the city, and refugees of that assault were making their way to Seglok. Adventurers were rallied to respond, and they made their way to battle the Dracoth. They were led by a priest named Ekamis. But shockingly, during the fight, this priest turned into a pearlescent dragon, beginning a vicious and personal attack on the Dracoths. But the mysterious white dragon ended his assault and flew off into the night sky, having heard a prophecy from the dying lips of one of the Dracoth. The one that waits will see you soon. When an elder of the village was asked about this remark, they said the one that waits is nothing more than a boogeyman in the darkness, a story to scare small children. And Seglok would continue to provide for the team. Working with the city to escort more displaced refugees to safety, one adventure netted our group the Moonwell, a relic with the power to create a mile-wide shield impenetrable to dragons. But back in Gamelgard, studies of the mutated goblin corpses by Fulgrim Norrist, master alchemist of the Order of the Watchful Eye, pointed to their origin. One Horatio Cheshire, an alchemist who had in fact been trained at Seglok University. An excerpt of Fulgrim's reports that has been released states the following.
The techniques utilized to incorporate the poison sacs into the skulls, as well as the embedding and growth promotion of the elongated teeth, indicate an advanced knowledge of anatomy manipulation that until approximately 30 years ago was only theory. Horatio, working alongside other researchers at the university at that time, unlocked the technique and proved it possible. But this did not come without consequence. Masters of the university forbade continued experimentation and seized all specimens in research. The only one not to abide by the master's commands was Horatio. He made off from the university and has rarely been seen since. That is, until now. It is imperative that he is apprehended and his experimentation stopped at once.
These goblins would quickly be regarded as Cheshire goblins, and they proved to be only one of many Cheshire creations. Heroes later encountered Cheshire orcs and Cheshire fangmounts, among others. But a breakthrough on Horatio's whereabouts was uncovered 2 months ago when a Cheshire goblin leader was brought back alive and interrogated by the Order of the Watchful Eye. Heroes were sent to investigate Horatio's potential hideout, warned that should he believe he is losing the fight, he will flee. The team set a trap and assaulted the building, and ultimately, it worked. Horatio was captured and turned over to the Order of the Watchful Eye to be locked away, out of sight. Now, only last month, expeditions uncovered that the Cheshire Goblins continue to gather in abandoned villages around the north. And during one raid on the goblins, those creatures from near Seglock, the Dracoth, were encountered once again. This time, they were apparently hunting the goblins as well, revealing an underlying tension and an unsaid connection between Horatio's creations and the Dracoth monsters. And so, 6 months later, as we continue to scout the forests of Eisenhound for dragons, goblins, Dracoths, and all manner of greedy creatures, we take a breath to celebrate. Since setting up the Moonwell in Seglock as a dragon-proof headquarters, the city has been entirely grateful. And tonight we breathe easy, once again enjoying a celebration in the streets, much like we did in Cynera 6 months ago. We celebrate our victories, we mourn our losses, and we prepare for our next adventure into the Greedy Green.